Good Friday morning, everybody. And how are you doing today on this fabulous Friday morning? I hope you are doing well. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. You are watching Project Joy live here today, and it is Friday, May the 5th. I think I'm supposed to say it's Revenge of the 5th. Yesterday was May the 4th be with you. Today's Revenge of the 5th. Is that how? Okay. We talked about this yesterday, you guys. It's not like my favorite thing on the planet. Let me know where you're joining from and what is bringing you joy today. As you know, it is Friday. We are simulcasting over here on TikTok as well. So wherever you're joining us from this morning, please let us know what is bringing you joy this morning and where you're joining us from. We have a lot to talk about today. It's Fun Friday. So first of all, you never know what's going to happen around here. And when I woke up this morning, that's exactly what happened. I did not know what was going to happen today. And so listen, we've been doing a lot of clips from the different shows on the Breakthrough Show social media. We have been on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook Reels and all of that stuff, and sharing different clips, different golden moments, if you will, from the different shows. Okay. And you guys know how much of a fun rabbit hole we've been going down on Beyond 2D, really digging into some pretty deep and significant topics. Beyond 2D comes out every second and fourth Tuesday of the month at 6 p.m. Eastern time on the Breakthrough Show Network with the fabulous Ferran Dozier and I. And the first 4 episodes, we talked about communication. And within that topic of communication, one of the things that we really hammered home, in fact, we had a whole episode on it, was about listening in communication. We are really poor listeners as humans. Okay. So I took a beautiful clip of Michelle Risa, who was one of our 2 guests. We had Caldwell Williams and Michelle Risa, who are both older people. They have been working in the realm of communication for a really long time. Either that or it's like a cornerstone of the work that they do in the world. And we talked and got really deep on communication and listening in it. And Michelle had a beautiful clip in the show where she talked about the judgments that we make in communication just based on what we see on the outside. So if you guys saw the show, she got into a whole topic where she was saying, look, I can look at you. You're a man. I'm a woman. You're Black. I'm white. You're older. I'm younger. She was giving all of these examples. of judgments that we make when we encounter or engage in communication with someone. And what and the point of it is even with these subconscious judgments that we're making, these observations that we're making, like, I don't even want to say that they're judgments necessarily, just observations. And based on those observations, we associate them even subconsciously with experiences that we've had. And then what happens is when we're in these conversations with people, it results in not listening or rushing to judgment, or like we assume things, and so we end up not listening in communication. That was the point of the whole thing. So I put a clip, that specific clip, on Reels on Instagram. And I woke up this morning to see that someone had stitched it. Well, you call it stitching on TikTok. What the hell do you call it on Instagram? Anybody know? It said it in the words, but it was I'm having a moment. Anyway, doesn't even matter. They put it together. They took the clip. First of all, I'm not even sure they really listened. The irony in all of this is I'm not even really sure that they listened to the clip. And they sure as hell did not they sure as hell did not listen to the full episode, okay? Because they're stitching. Brittany says duet. It wasn't called duet. It was called something else on Instagram. But at any rate, they sure as hell proved the point. They sure proved the point that we don't listen as humans, okay? So they took this topic that we talked about that was so like true and important, and speaks to how we don't listen when we communicate with people, and they literally didn't listen and twisted the whole thing. So I had a moment this morning, and I was like, this is what we're not going to do. Remember, we've been talking a lot lately about communication and responsibility. Okay, responsibility. Remix. Thank you. My daughter just texted me. She's like, Mom, it's called a remix. See, this is why we have to talk to the young people. It's called a remix. All right. That's what it's called on Instagram. So we've been talking a lot about responsibility. Okay. And what did we say about responsibility? Responsibility is the ability to respond. And sometimes even in that ability to respond, we need to ask ourselves, do we need to respond? Is it, what was it, the think acronym that we've talked about? Is it true? Is it helpful? Is it important? Is it necessary? Is it kind? And I'm like, is it necessary right now to respond? Because first of all, like I said, it proved my point. It proved my point. It proved all of our point that we are really poor listeners, and because we rush to judgment, we rush to respond when we don't know the full truth of what's going on. And so I got up, I saw that this morning, and I said, this is what we're not going to do. This is what we're not going to do. First of all, I'm not going to respond because they proved my point. And second of all, I am not willing to sacrifice the integrity, which is our next 4 weeks on Beyond 2D that we're going to talk about. I am not willing to sacrifice the integrity of myself, of my show, and of my network so that something will go viral. And it probably will, because the guy that did it clearly has issues. I am not willing to sacrifice that in order to get views, go viral, spread the word, no matter how right we are, no matter how truthful we are, none of that matters, because I'm not willing to sacrifice the integrity of myself and my platform in order to respond to this human being. And the truth is that on this platform, I stand by the fact that every story and every perspective matters. Why? Not just because they're true or right, because some of them are simply perspective and opinion, but because in those perspective and opinions, it can teach us lessons. It can create the space for further breakthroughs for us in our lives. And no matter how right, wrong, or indifferent a person is, their perspective, their story matters because we can learn from it at the end of the day. That's it. So, my joy this morning, first and foremost, is coming from the fact that I did not respond. I did not. I am responding in this way. I am choosing to respond in this way, going, this is what we are not going to do here. We are never on this platform going, because look, we have people of all races, genders, religious backgrounds, political backgrounds. Oh my God, there are Republicans and Democrats and independents and people who don't give a shit about politics on this network. Oh my. Okay. It doesn't matter. Because every one of those perspectives matter. We have people from all different walks of life here on this network. And what we are not going to do here, what we are not going to do here ever, is turn this into a place of hatred for the sake of getting views and watches and comments. That's what we're not going to do here. So in case you weren't clear for today, if you ever hear anything on the Breakthrough Show Network, if you ever hear anything here that makes you go, well, I don't like that, don't like it and keep scrolling, okay? Because it's not for you. It's not for you. And I would encourage you to go back and listen again and see if you heard it correctly, because this is not a space. This is not going to be used as a space for hatred. That's what we're not going to do here on the Breakthrough Show Network. Okay? All right. That's all I have to say about that this morning. Brittany's joining us out there in the audience today. We have Divine DNA out there. We have Susan out there. Good morning. Good morning. Brittany says, now look, I put mascara on. What brings me joy today is you. I'm so thankful and grateful for you, Jessica. Thank you for making me feel seen, heard, and validated. Your friendship means more to me than I can put in words. This is also what we're not going to do today. Okay. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you. I'm having a moment. Okay. Sharon's out here in the audience. Joy that I am here, and gratitude I will be with you next week. Yes, Sharon is going to be joining us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Project Joy Live next week. So definitely come and check that out, 8 a.m. Eastern time here. It's amazing. Let's see. Joining from North Florida, having my second night of great sleep is bringing me joy. Listen, yes, great sleep is a good thing, though I have not experienced that recently. I am very happy for you, Angelique. Okay, let's see. Sharon said, I discovered something cool. Look at the word heart. Look at the word in the middle of heart, EAR, ear. So that reminds me to find gratitude for my ears and to hear and listen from my heart. Look, that's good, you guys. That is good. That is good. Okay. All right. Yes, the fact that some people don't listen to understand keeps me quiet. Most times it's quite annoying. Right. We listen a lot of times. We listen to listen. And that's it. Period. Chen Wang is here this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. Um, exactly. I know who that is out there in the audience. Exactly. This is what we're not going to do here this morning. Divine DNA giving us the lovely faces down there. Listen, I'm so happy you guys are here this morning. It's Fun Friday. Listen, right? Sharon's coming with the bars this morning. That's what she's doing. It's so good. So good. Somebody put an angry face on my who put an angry face on my post? Who did that? Um, Susan, check your emojis. Sometimes, listen, I get to clicking on people's listen, I'm just gonna say this. If I'm gonna say that angry face is for the person who um felt the need to bring hatred to our little community here. This is what is not gonna happen. That's what that angry face is for. So, sir, um, she's like, I didn't mean it. No, I know. But we're gonna go ahead and use that angry face. That angry face is for the person who thought they could bring hatred to our community. No, sir, that is not what we do here. Period. End of story. We're gonna take a quick break, you guys, and be right back. We're gonna talk about national days. We're gonna talk about birthdays. It's gonna be a really good one. So we're gonna talk about actually what Cinco de Mayo means. It is not about margaritas. Okay. Okay, we'll be right back after this. Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com. Welcome back to Project Joy Live. It is Fun Friday, you guys. It is Friday, May the 5th, 2023. May the 5th means that it is Cinco de Mayo. And I know that some of y'all out there think that this is just the official margarita day, but that is not actually it. Cinco de Mayo's deeply rooted history in the Franco-Mexican War influenced Mexican-American communities in the early years of the American Civil War. In the early 1860s, as the Civil War erupted, these communities took up the banner of the Cinco de Mayo celebration as a way to commemorate the cause of freedom and democracy. Today in the United States, Americans celebrate Mexican American heritage and pride annually on May the 5th. Let's see. On June 7th, 2005, the United States Congress issued a concurrent resolution. The resolution invited the President of the United States to issue a proclamation calling upon the people of the United States to observe Cinco de Mayo with appropriate ceremonies and activities. I hope I pronounced this right. According to Jose Amaillo, professor of ethnic studies at Washington State University in Pullman. A 2006 study found more than 150 official events celebrating the day. Celebrations surrounding the observance in the United States take on a significance beyond that in Mexico. They include displaying of banners and events highlighting Mexican culture, music, and regional dancing. School districts also hold special events to educate students about its historical significance. In the United States, commercial interests the day by celebrating Mexican products and services with an emphasis on food, beverages, and music. See, this is what we do. It's always about the food. Is it not here in the United States? Okay. Celebrate Mexican American heritage, culture, and history. Explore foods and traditions, music, and cinema. Immerse yourself in the language and discover new connections. Uncover lost history and share your treasures. Share your Mexican heritage and use hashtag Cinco de Mayo to post on social media. I love that. So let me know if you're going to be celebrating Cinco de Mayo today. It is a day that I always remember today because my brother's birthday is tomorrow, and we talked about that yesterday. We'll be talking about more about that coming up here in a moment. But that's what's going on today. Also, in addition, it is African World Heritage Day. Love that. Each year we celebrate on May 5th. African World Heritage Day offers an opportunity for people around the world to celebrate Africa. We've had lots of incredible guests from Africa here on the Breakthrough Show Network, including but not limited to Olivia Ambani, William Planche. We had a couple on the Breakthrough Show, Breakthroughs Around the World from Tanzania. That was amazing as well. So definitely check out those episodes today. It's a great day to do it. It's also World Portuguese Language Day. Talks about the important role this language plays in preserving human civilization and culture. It is International Day of the Midwife. Love that. Love midwifery as an option for childbirth. It is definitely something that I got to experience with my last two children, and if no, we're not even gonna put that in the air. I think it's a good option. I was going to say, if it was to happen again, but that shop has closed. The door is nailed shut. Okay. All right. It is also, let's see, National Astronaut Day. Love that. It is National Totally Chipotle Day. I don't know what this is, but it sounds great. Totally Chipotle Day celebrates right alongside Cinco de Mayo and is dedicated to the chipotle, a smoked dried jalapeno pepper. You know, for the longest time, I thought that a chipotle was a completely different pepper. I had no idea that it was actually just a dried jalapeno. Did y'all know that? Did anybody else? Am I the only one? Probably. All right. So it's also National Hoagie Day, but I'm not going to call it that. I am going to call it a grinder because that is what it is. It may go by many names, but on May 5th, National Hoagie Day celebrates a hero of a sandwich. Besides the hero, the hoagie goes by several other aliases: the sub, the grinder, Italian, torpedo, or baguette, or just a few of its many names. Some of those names give a hint as to how we make a hoagie too. We cut a long Italian roll or French bread lengthwise and fill it with various meats, cheeses, vegetables, seasonings, and sauces. Pile it high with your own combination of fillings and enjoy it either hot or cold. What do you call this sandwich where you are? And I see Kevin Kiley over on TikTok. Good morning. What do you call this sandwich where you are? It is a grinder here. And actually, if you look up the history of calling this sandwich a grinder, it originates here, right where I live. So it's very interesting. We'll have to talk about that another time. Angelique says all about the food for sure. Love Mexican food and have our taco fixings on. Oh, y'all are having tacos today, are you? I didn't plan for any. I didn't plan for any of this. I just did it. Definitely love the Mexican food too. Brittany says Susan calls it a sub. Brittany calls it a hoagie. It's a grinder. It is here. That's what we call it here. And it's funny because people, depending on, and po' boys, they didn't even say po' boys. That's a Southern thing as well. They didn't even say, like, sometimes and their particular word that they call this sandwich and how it's different. Like, they will go to bat. They will go to bat for whatever the name is that they call it. Angelique says hoagie here in Miami. Hearing hoagie reminds me of high school. That's interesting. Submarine sandwiches or grinder. Yeah, I mean, I never knew that it was called anything other than a grinder until like a Subway opened. When a Subway opened over here, I remember going, what is this? What are people talking about a sub? No idea. Listen, on this episode of Project Joy Live, we're learning about how Jessica lived in a bubble for long ass time. Okay. Whatever way you call it, I hope that you celebrate today by having a sandwich. It's a long sandwich, whatever you want to call it, it's fine. And y'all can argue with me about the fact that a sandwich is on square bread, and we're not talking about that. But that's another episode. It's another episode. Let me know what you guys have on tap for this month. We kind of got in hot and heavy with some of the topics this week on Project Joy. And we completely started a new month. And I would love to know what exciting things you guys will be celebrating in the month of May. We do know that Mother's Day is coming up. When is Mother's Day this year? Who wants to fill me in on that? Let's see. Mother's Day. Sunday, May 14th. So in 2 Sundays. I am very excited because this Sunday, I am going to see Vanessa Williams at the casino. I managed to get free tickets to see Vanessa Williams. You guys remember Vanessa Williams? Do you like her? Have you listened to her? It's been a minute, but I love Vanessa Williams, and I am very excited to be seeing her at the casino on Sunday. I'm gonna have Save the Best for Last. If she doesn't sing that, I will cry. And when she sings it, I will probably cry. Okay, that's just what's going to happen. Brittany is celebrating her lunar return today. Brittany, would you like to share with everybody what a lunar return is? We're going to let Brittany teach the class today in the astrology world. And by the way, I'm wearing my little astrology wheel earrings today because why? Why am I? Because it's the full moon today at 1:34 p.m. Eastern time. We are celebrating the full moon today. So let me know, Brittany, share everybody below what a lunar return is so I can share it on the screen for all the people. But I'd love to know what you guys have going on for this month, because the full moon is all about a time to celebrate. All about a time to celebrate. And there's a lot of people that are like, oh, on the full moon, we do a lot of releasing. If you feel the need to release, that's fine and wonderful. But sorry, guys, I had a little thing. Can you go figure out what's going on, please? Thank you. We're going to do this. We're going to take a really quick break, and we'll be right back after this, you guys. Okay, don't go anywhere.
Spinning and I can't catch up. Feels like my thoughts are racing loaded guns. Don't need no sympathy, enough is enough. Why is everyone around me winning while I'm stuck? I have nothing to lose. I was spinning in the cycle till it's all I could do. Always heard that I was nothing from people like you, but I've been trying, and I've been lifting myself up, yeah, I've been climbing. After the world's my push them away just to clear my head. Certain things seem to bring back the clouds again. I have nothing to lose. I was spinning in the cycle till it's all I can do. I have so much to prove. Always heard that I was nothing from people like you, but I've been trying, and I've been lifting myself up. Yeah, I've been climbing after the world swallowed me up, and I'll keep fighting as long as I'm alive. No, I'm not saving what's inside me for the other side, but I've been trying, and I've been lifting myself up. Yeah, I've been climbing after the world swallowed me up, and I'll keep fighting as long as I'm alive. No, I'm not saving what's inside me for the other side. The world keeps spinning and I can't catch up. Feels like my thoughts are racing loaded guns, but I've been trying, and I've been lifting myself up. Yeah, I've been climbing after the world swallowed me up, and I'll keep fighting as long as I'm alive. No, I'm not saving what's inside me for the other side, but I've been trying, and I've been lifting myself up. Yeah, I've been climbing after the world swallowed me up, and I'll keep fighting as long as I'm alive. No, I'm not saving what's inside me for the other side.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. And this is live broadcasting, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes things are going on behind the scenes and you're like, excuse me, what? Okay, we'll be right back after this. It's always a fun time. Thanks for singing along with us this morning. That was Climbing by the fabulous Kevin Kiley. Make sure you stream that wherever you stream your music. And Brittany was sharing with us about a lunar return. A lunar return takes place when the moon returns to the same place in the sky as when you were born. I love that. I love that. That's awesome. So if it would be interesting for you guys to find out where your lunar return, where it takes place. Susan said she's going to be horseback riding and exploring new places this month. I love it. I want to remind you guys that tomorrow is Black and Yellow Day. What is Black and Yellow Day, Jessica? Black and Yellow Day is in memory of my brother Adam. So my brother Adam was 24 years old when he lost his life to metastatic melanoma. Black and yellow were his favorite colors, but yellow is also the color for cancer awareness, while black is the color for melanoma awareness. It's all ironic. And this is also Melanoma Awareness Month. And so there's a lot of kind of things going into this, but my brother passing away and that experience was what led to me to writing a story, which became a bestseller, which led to What Do I Do Next, which created the Breakthrough Show and then the Breakthrough Show Network. So my brother's energy is really behind the creation of what we do here on the network, trying to do good in the world. And so tomorrow, I want you to wear your black and yellow. And make sure you send me a picture. You can send me a picture on social media. You can also email me, jessica@thebreakthroughshow.com. And definitely fill me in on what you did yesterday. Random act of kindness that you complete. And also show me your black and yellow. That's what I need to see. Coming up on the Breakthrough Show Network this next week, I'm very excited. We have a lot of things going on. I am going to share with you down below. Okay, in the comments, I'm going to share with you a link to shop with us on Amazon. If you click the button it's going to say there's 3 different buttons. There's going to be one that says up your gratitude game. There are 2 different things there. You have gratitude glasses, and you also have Graticize 365, 4 steps to exercising gratitude daily. These are put out there by the fabulous Sharon Saraga Walters. And next week, she will be joining us on the show Monday, Wednesday, and Friday as we talk about joy and gratitude. Monday, we're going to be talking about the joy and gratitude connection. Tuesday or Wednesday, we're going to be taking your questions and answering some questions about the connection between joy and gratitude. And Friday, we're going to talk about the implementation of and everything that we've learned as far as joy and gratitude and the connection of our concern. We also have Tim Hodgkiss joining us on Thursday, and it's going to be an amazing time. Coming up on for this afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going to be on a special live episode of the Breakthrough Show. It's a special edition with Brandon Croucher. We're going to be having some pretty deep, tea-filled conversations, and I invite you to join us. Where has Brandon been? What has he been up to? And it's going to be great. So just please tune into that today. You don't want to miss this. It's going to be a real-time look at what happens when things fall apart in relationships, in our lives. And it's just going to be amazing. Coming up next week as well, we're going to be starting the process of diving into integrity on the next 4 episodes of Beyond 2D with Ferran Dozier and I. That is on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern time, so don't miss that. In addition, we have an all-new episode of Divine DNA coming up on Wednesday. And then... yeah, I think that's it for the week. Oh, no, don't forget Spirit Sessions on Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern time. It's always a vibe with the Spirit Sessions ladies taking us to that next level when it comes to our spiritual development. So don't miss that, you guys, okay? I want to be celebrating our birthdays really quick today, and then we can head out and enjoy our fun Friday. So in the music world, Chris Brown has a birthday today. Adele has a birthday today. And let's just have a moment, okay? It is Danielle Fishel's birthday today. Do you guys know Danielle Fishel? She played Topanga in Boy Meets World, okay? And then reprised her role in Girl Meets World as well. They have a podcast now called Pod Meets World that literally breaks down every episode of Boy Meets World. And it is such a fun thing. And I talk about all the time how nostalgic I am. I am here for this podcast. Okay. I listen all the time. I love the little clips that they put on social media. So it's officially Danielle Fishel Day. It's happy birthday to her. And I love the nostalgic throwback they're giving us all the time now. Karl Marx, philosopher, has a birthday today. And the celebrities in my life, Katie Henderson Casagrande, that I went to school with back in the day, has a birthday today, as well as the fabulous Greg McKinnon. Greg McKinnon is amazing with websites. So if you need a web person, he might be your guy. So definitely let me know, and I will pass it on. All of that said, let's get our birthday song on. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Chris Brown, Adele, Danielle Fishel, Karl Marx, Katie Henderson Casagrande, and Greg McKinnon. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to all those that are celebrating today. I hope you guys have had an amazing start to your May. I invite you to join us to check out all the programming on the Breakthrough Show Network and bring more joy to your life, bring more empowerment, knowing that you can always change your life for the better. You can always change the trajectory of things. You can always change your level of joy. And I want to thank you so much for being a part of that here with me on Project Joy Live weekday mornings at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I want to remind you to make joy a priority in your life today and every day. I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.